Hi everyone, my name is Parul. Welcome to my channel Parul English Lab. In this video, I'll tell you the difference between two very confusing words, emigrate and immigrate. Most of the people think that there's no difference between these two words and they have the same meaning. But that's not true. These are two different words and they have different meanings. And that's what I'm going to talk about in our today's video. So please watch this video till the end because this is going to be really interesting. And before going ahead, please like and subscribe to my channel Parul English Lab and don't forget to press the bell icon. Now let's start our today's video. First word is emigrate. The meaning of this word is to leave your country permanently, where you were born, and go to a different country. So that is emigrate, not immigrate. Now let's look at some examples. Thousands of people emigrate from India to Canada every year. So this means that thousands of people leave their country and settle in another country, in Canada. James emigrated from Austria to the United States last year. So this means that James was born in Austria, he was living there, and then he emigrated from Austria to the United States. So he left his country, Austria, permanently and went to the United States. Next is the family emigrated from Canada in 1995. This means that the family members, they left their country permanently where they were born and then they moved to some other country. So the family left Canada in 1995. The family emigrated from Canada in 1995. They emigrated to Belgium. So this means that they emigrated their place where they were born, their country, and then they moved to Belgium. So they emigrated to Belgium. Here we are not saying from which country. Sometimes you can frame the sentences like this also, where the country that is being left is not mentioned and you directly mention the country where the people are moving to. So they emigrated to Belgium. So this is the meaning of emigrate, leaving your country permanently where you were born. Now, for example, someone is living here in India and the person is born in India and then that person emigrates to the United States. That means that person leaves India permanently where he was born. Okay, so here in this country, in India, that person will be called emigrant. Emigrant, not immigrant, because emigrant is the one who leaves his country where he was born. So here, if someone emigrates from India, so that person will be called an emigrant in India. Next is immigrate. Immigrate means to settle in a country permanently where you were not born. For example, Jacqueline immigrated to the United States. So this means that Jacqueline, she was living somewhere else, maybe in Austria. She was in Austria, she was living there, she was born there, and then she left her country and she immigrated to the United States. This means that she moved to the United States permanently where she was not born. So in United States, Jacqueline will be called an immigrant, not emigrant. Immigrant, because she has come to this country permanently and she was not born here. So in the United States, she will be called an immigrant. Please note, a person is not considered an immigrant until they have settled in that place. So once Jacqueline is settled in the United States permanently, then only she'll be called an immigrant in the United States. So in Austria, before this, she was living in Austria, she was born there. So in Austria, she will be called an emigrant, and in the United States, she will be called an immigrant. They had to immigrate to Canada after the war. This means they had to move to Canada permanently after the war. So this is the difference between emigrate and immigrate. Emigrate means to leave your country where you were born permanently, and immigrate means to move to a country permanently or to settle in a country permanently where you were not born. Now, how to remember this? Let me give you a tip that will help you to remember this difference. Now, emigrate. Emigrate starts with E. So you can connect E with exit. Exit means go out or leave. So leaving your country where you were born is called emigrate. So emigrate means leave, exit. Now immigrate. Immigrate starts with I. You can connect it with in. In means inside. Come in. This means to move to a country permanently where you were not born. So that is immigrate. I hope this will help you to remember the difference between emigrate and immigrate, and emigrant and immigrant. Now it is up to you whether you want to use emigrate or immigrate. When you want to put more emphasis on the country that you're leaving, then you will use emigrate. Emigrate from this country. The family emigrated from Canada in 1995. So this means that they left Canada in 1995. When you want to put more emphasis on the country that you are moving to, then you will use immigrate. The family immigrated to Canada in 1995. This means that the family settled in Canada in 1995. So this all depends how you want to construct a sentence and what you want to use. So that's all for today. I hope you understood the difference between immigrate and emigrate. If you have any doubts, you can always mention in comment section. I'll try to reply to you all. So that's all for today. Please learn more, revise, practice, and like and subscribe to my channel Parul English Lab, and don't forget to press the bell icon for future notification. Thank you, take care, have a great day.